Greetings, I'm the visual novel critic, and today we're going to be reviewing Huniepop. Now let's get things started by looking into some of this game's origin, shall we?
Like every self-respecting game nowadays, it all begins with Kickstarter. The project was launched on October 2nd, 2013, and eventually raised their original $20,000 goal in a matter of 3 weeks. And on November 1st, they made over $53,000 in backers. The strongest reason had to be Steam and manga gamers' support in the long run, which resulted in the final release in January of 2015.
Several of the extras that resulted as its continued support for this game included access to the soundtrack, additional characters, additional artistry, and... Hold on. Is this right?
You get to choose to be male or female. I guess that means that I can officially recommend this for those who just enjoy looking for Yuri content in their story. So, now, whatever, I guess I'll choose to be a guy in this case, because, well, anatomically speaking, there's no denying that fact, so let's go ahead and start this game up then.
As far as the concept is concerned, I've always enjoyed a good dating sim, especially how they're so closely related to your stereotypical visual novel. But if you're going to add a puzzle game into this, well, you have definitely piqued my interest at this point.
The story's rather simple enough. You're a lonely guy, or girl, guy in this case, who doesn't have too much luck with women until you meet this mysterious person who turns out to be a love fairy and decides to help you out with your pathetic love life. Sort of like if Tinkerbell was 5'4" and wanted you to hook up with every girl within a 20-mile radius. Anyway, she gives you a virtual black book PDA called the Honeybee, which allows you to stalk women at your leisure. Okay, so now that that's settled, it pretty much works like any dating sim. You ask them some questions, learns things about them, like their favorite color, place to hang out, cup size, you know, the usual stuff. Buy them food, drinks, gifts, which at these prices, I might as well take a trip to Las Vegas and squander my amassed fortune there. You do all these things until you're all set to go on that life-defining date.
I have waited my entire life for all the useless days spent playing Candy Crush to finally pay off.
Joking aside, you essentially have to match up the colored icons in order to get enough of these pleasure points or something in order for the date to be a success or failure. You can use items to assist with the process, and they become very essential as the points needed to win increase after every successful date.
Did I mention they pay you to take them out on dates? No, seriously, look at it for yourself. They actually pay you money after you complete a successful date. I mean, the thing that popped into my mind when seeing that happen was, what if in Kadowa Shoujo, Shizune's father paid you to take his daughter out on a date?
Hey, you want to take my sexy deaf-mute daughter out on a date? Here's $1,000. Oh, and you get the annoying pink-haired one for free. Do you want to comfort me? Sure, what could possibly go wrong? So, after completing a few dates, sure, let's wear a swimsuit in the mall, why don't we? Good thinking here. There's something you can totally understand, right? Anyways, you could go on one final date at night, which leads to the girl inviting herself over to your place. One final fast-paced puzzle and you're treated to the all-important HCG, which is probably the reason about 50% of the backers funded the game in the first place. Plus, you get to collect their panties after they sleep over, making you the perverted guy or girl of your dreams. The Mega Bitch, who any masochist would fall for instantly. My favorite thing about her is having the best sense of style. I mean, just her hairstyles alone are simply amazing to the eye.
Personal fact about the character of Audrey is that one of the voice actresses up for the role was the internet's infamous Sid Snap, who was nice enough to have a drink named after her. Sid Snapple! It's bitter going down, but the aftertaste is fan-freaking-tastic. Now the sponsor's out of the way, let's get back to this game.
Aiko, university math professor, and considering her love of gambling, I would be surprised if she uses her knowledge to count cards or something else along those lines. Plus, she wears the smallest pair of shorts I have ever seen. Belle, despite appearing to be an Indian stereotyped yoga instructor, she's actually very timid and an approval seeker, making her one of the more interesting girls for you to get to know. Lola, first off, what is with that hair? I speak so highly about Audrey's style, but where Lola is concerned, I still think she needs to get her hair out of the Austin Powers era. I guess flight attendant uniform she wears just adds to the thought of her appearing in one of those old plane safety videos. Oh, it's time for the baby mama drama in this lovely looking character who has a workout body, and instead of doing 3 sets of 10, she does 1 set of double D. You know, Nikki immediately made me think of a version of Yuki Nagato, but as soon as you listen to her, you'll think otherwise.
Now? Calm down, Nick. We just got here. Just got here? We've been here for at least an hour.
I almost didn't catch this unique fact. Jessie's occupation is essentially what you would call female companionship for a price, while Tiffany is the sweet college girl who is bright, enjoys a fun time, and your dream of marrying your college sweetheart. The elephant in the room? These two are mother and daughter.
I mean, what sort of visual novel or dating sim doesn't have mother-daughter relationship hookups possible? That one is an entirely different story.
But I must say, man, do I wish I was having breakfast at Tiffany's.
Or I suppose my place works out just as good. Ooh! Toaster waffles!
While there are 4 additional hidden characters, I will leave that for you to find their unlocking condition, considering there are about 50 different guides out there that will help you. And to tell you the truth, some of the unlocking conditions are so cryptic, it's like pulling out that red crystal, kneeling, and waiting for that stupid tornado in Castlevania 2 to come and take you away.
Now let's take a brief moment to talk about the audio and visual elements associated with this game, shall we?
The colors are bright and cheerful, and with the sprites and background blending so perfectly together, you would swear that only one artist was involved in the process. The character CG took away from this, though, but provided what I consider a more realistic approach to the art, still whereas the sprites are designed to be simpler to animate. With that being said, the voice acting and lip sync with the character animations were outstanding. I can seriously not say a bad thing about this aspect. The voices fit the character's personality, the blinking was a perfect touch, breathing just the exact amount of life into these characters, making them the funnest people to interact with that I have ever seen in such a medium.
It's nice to meet you. You seem like a cool guy. Hopefully I'll see you around campus. You can wipe that look off your face. You got lucky this time.
Hey, so, yeah, is there anything else you wanted to do tonight?
Simply outstanding, and I would love to thank anybody on the staff, the developers. In fact, I would love to shake your hands if I ever get the opportunity for all the time, effort, and skill you put into crafting such a nicely done and excellent game, all for a modest price.
The entire game can be purchased in a multiple of ways, be it download or physical copy, from the Huniepop webpage, Steam, or Manga Gamer, just to name a few locations. You can even purchase an art set and the OSTs separate or as a bundle.
The last thing I have to talk about is the overall reception this game has gotten. With the outstanding success, Steam has started to open its doors up to many more dating sims and visual novels alike in this day and age where crowdfunding has never been at any higher time, and it doesn't seem to be showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. You have so many other visual novels and dating sims, puzzle games and such that are getting crowdfunded like crazy. It's very hard not to find something like that. Now you got entire groups that are just dedicated to licensing these crowdfunding games and bundling them together.
I personally look forward to seeing more projects getting the green light that are similar to this, and in that way it shows that Japan is not the only nation that can make a fun little story with an amazing concept, art, sound, and voice acting that I have not seen in a long time.
Final verdict, Huniepop gets 4.5 heart tokens out of 5. Tune in next week as I review Lightning Warrior 81 and Lightning Warrior 82 as we prepare for the third installment's release after almost 2.5 years in English on July 20th. Till then, this is the VN Critic saying, save at the flag, lest your head be in a bag.
I would like to thank you so much for tuning in to the first ever episode of the VN Critic. While it may not be as eccentric as the Angry Video Game Nerd, that's only because I'm not always going to be reviewing the shitty games that suck ass. I'm going to be reviewing some great games, I'm going to be reviewing some alright games, and most definitely, I will be reviewing some shitty games that suck ass. So feel free to hit that subscribe button to the VN Critic for more future reviews on visual novels and their companions. Otherwise, until then, feel free to click on the video to the left to watch the Huniepop trailer in its entirety. Click on the video on the right to see my first ever visual novel review I did several years back about Boob Wars. And at the bottom, feel free to click on that video to see my visual novel Hunger Games, which takes a lot of the characters from visual novels that I have streamed over the last 2 years and pins them together in a fight to the death. So until then, this is the VN Critic, signing out.